Welcome to Whisky Vault.
I'm Daniel.
Is this a brave new world?
It's a brave new world.
Why is it so brave and so new, Daniel?
Fantastic point of view. We're reviewing things people can fucking get their hands on.
I've never heard of this. You can't get your hands on this.
Yeah, you can.
Nope, doesn't exist.
I will say, I got it at Twin Liquors.
Okay.
But it's imported by a separate company.
Okay.
And I think this is a pretty reasonable release because it's Mitchell & Co., right?
Yeah.
So this is Springbank Distillery released.
So this is an independent bottling?
So no.
What is it?
It's actually from Springbank.
Oh, I didn't see
But it's
Springbank.
blended malt.
I'm not seeing Springbank.
I know, but see how the label looks like a Springbank label? It's got the background, like look, it's got the same kind of background styling of every...
It's 46% ABV.
Yeah.
The first time you even see Springbank is these little teeny tiny letters right here.
But look.
Springbank Distillery.
Look at your styling.
No, it's not.
Right?
It's too subtle.
No. Look. See the background font combos?
Show them.
The background font combos and everything? That's a Springbank thing.
It's too subtle.
No. But it doesn't matter. This is their attempt at releasing a blended malt, and here's why this is so damn cool.
So it's a Springbank.
Yeah.
Got it.
No, it's not.
I hate everything happening right now.
It's not only Springbank.
Okay.
This is a blended malt.
Oh.
Okay. They blended every distillery's product in Campbelltown.
Really? Wait, how many are there at this point?
3 distilleries.
Okay.
There's 2 more coming.
So hold on.
Yeah.
Because just that first sentence is, oh my God.
But Springbank...
What a valiant Herculean effort. How many distilleries? Oh, it's 3.
Springbank makes 3 products. Hazelburn, Longgrow, and Springbank.
Mm-hmm.
The Hazelburn is unpeated.
Yeah.
Springbank is 2.5 times distilled and peated. And it has to do with cuts and reuse of things.
Yeah.
And then the Longgrow is double pot stilled, smoky, peated Campbeltown.
Okay.
Right? So all 3 of those are in here.
Yeah.
And then you've got Glengyle, which is technically owned by Springbank, but sold as Kilkerran, but it's a different distillery.
Oh.
And that's the one that was opened when they were like, you're about to lose your category of a region of Scotland because you only have 2 distilleries and you need 3 to be a region.
So one who's like, let's just spin up another one over there.
Yeah, so they started a new one, but Glengyle was a name already owned by a blend company.
Okay.
Even though the Glengyle distillery is Campbelltown distillery name historically.
I mean,
so now it's Kilkerran.
At a certain point, you just choose any word and put Glen in front of it.
Yeah.
Glen Kevin.
Yeah, Glen Doug. Yeah. And then the other one that's actually unique is Glen Scotia, which we like, right? Yeah. So Glen Scotia, Kilkerran, Hazelburn, Longgrow, Springbank are all in this.
Okay.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Glug, glug, glug. Hey, that's a pretty dark color. What was the age you said on this?
114.
No, that's proof. What's the age?
I was just kidding.
No, what was the proof?
There's no age statement.
No, the proof was 46% ABV. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's like 92,
All right. This is... Oh, that's nice.
That's really nice. I was prepared to get punched in the nose.
You could pick this as a Campbelltown, though. This has all the hallmarks of Springbank Distillery. Yeah. Right? That's sort of super Band-Aidy, but super medicinal. So
this, like, I was expecting more smoke.
No, because there's unpeated. Glen Scotia's a little softer. Kilkerran's a little softer.
No, I hear Springbank, and the associative memories are. It's not. There's not a in here.
No, but it's got all of the bready, pastry, kind of waxy, walnutty.
Yeah.
But it also has Band-Aid, kind of medicinal notes.
If a loaf of bread got a boo-boo, is rocking a Band-Aid.
Or somebody who made the loaf of bread.
On a well-worn saddle.
Accidentally lost their Band-Aid.
Yeah, just eating your salmon and you pull out a Band-Aid.
Yeah, like, oh, God. Oh, but it's rich, though, right? Even at that low proof, 46, we said?
I'm getting, you know what? I'm getting a lemony quality. We just got finished saying how unique the single malt magnificent is. That lemony note. Yeah. I'm finding it in this.
Citrus.
Yeah. Well, specifically, it's not like orange or lime or anything. It's specifically that lemony. It's not quite peel. It's still got that, pulpy character.
Yeah, what's that cookie you get in Christmas? You can get it like World Market, or it always comes in a decorative tin.
Yeah.
And it's like...
They're circular.
Yeah. Snaps, ginger snaps.
Oh, okay.
Ginger
you
snaps.
get ginger snaps?
Yeah, I'm not talking about the shortbread ones. Yeah, those also come in a decorative tin.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this one that we get. My dad loves those. Ginger snaps.
Let me see. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to go in the taste, see if I find it.
Oh,
That's really
surprisingly soft.
It is.
As complex as a nose is.
It is soft.
It's got a tangy note, though.
It drinks even a little softer than the 46%.
Yeah.
It's a little softer and quite a bit more fruitier than I was expecting on that nose.
Yeah, but it's got this sort of tangy might be the wrong word. This sort of like ring.
What was it?
Like you feel it right there in the jaw corner.
I'm not finding the brininess, the saltiness that I was finding on the nose.
No, it's all the sugars. Oh, if you really spread it around and get aggressive, it opens up some of those medicinal notes into the palate.
Oh, you toss it around and treat it naughty.
Yeah.
I actually like it more.
Yeah, it gives a little more of the smoke.
Yeah, no, it does.
A little more of all of the.
I went in, I dipped a toe in the water because I'm thinking spring bear.
No.
And then no, you don't dip the toe. You go at least waist deep right out of the gate.
How cool is this?
Yeah, that's cool.
It's good. It's a good blended malt.
I think we're kicking around this idea of if we were going to put together a whiskey and called it America, could we get a spirit from every whiskey spirit from every state? And it doesn't have to be good. It's just like, what's the flavor of America? I don't know if every state has a whiskey distillery.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think we're missing some distilleries in certain states.
Yeah, but even if there's a state that didn't have a whiskey distillery, then potentially getting like some of your water from there, or maybe their grain from there, or maybe like
we could get water for sure.
Something.
Grain, actually.
Some type of contribution.
Maybe.
Some type of contribution. Taste of America. But man, the logistics on that, oh my God. That's a lot of transfer and bond.
Yeah. And the blending.
No.
50 disparate products.
No. Look, in a project like that, because you're not going to be able to thread a needle. There's too many.
Right.
Yeah, it's you go in equal proportions.
All right.
Equal proportions,
And
whatever
then
it is.
afterwards, can we play with it?
Well, sure.
Add a little more from this one.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Equal proportions, taste of America.
It's just going to taste like flat soda.
Maybe.
It's just going to be.
Or maybe it tastes like freedom.
I added a little water just to see what would happen. So there's two new distilleries that are being opened up in Campbeltown.
Okay.
So Dalriada.
It's the fastest growing region in Scotland.
Yeah, they're about to be 7 distilleries instead of, or technically 5 distilleries.
What is that?
7 products.
Is that like 40%? 40% growth in 1 year.
That's right.
That's how you twist those numbers.
The other one is Macrahanish, which is Isle of Raasay, which is a new distillery on the Isle of Raasay, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, which is next to Isle of Skye, where Talisker is.
Yeah.
That company is opening a new one in Campbeltown.
I like this more with every approach. Some whiskeys, it's the inverse. I really like that
Dude,
first.
I added water and...
Oh, you added water to mine?
And it's a whole new ballgame.
No. I now like it more than I've liked it in those previous things. Some whiskeys you like less over time because you get that first initial flush, that blush of flavors, and that's beautiful, and then you acclimate yourself. This, though, I liked it the second sip after the first. This is like the third or fourth sip with the water. Hell yeah. It really just made everything relax and become a little bit more present.
Yeah, I agree.
Simultaneously, it softened, but also gave it a little bit more oomph.
It opened up the brown sugar cinnamon on the pastry, especially on the palate. With a little bit of water, this palate is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a whiskey that...
But if somebody goes into this looking for the Campbeltown,
I found it.
You're not going to get smacked around a little bit.
No,
you get a really nice whiskey.
This is gentle. By the way, we have a benevolent bastarding of a Spencer Volden who donated a bottle of Punjabi Club rye whiskey that we'd already done before.
Yes.
And so this would be Spencer Volden, you benevolent bastard.
'19 Kettle 93. It turns out, if the whiskey is truly exceptional, we get a video that's actually over 80% review.
Yeah, that was the Lefroy.
As opposed to the standard of 80% shenanigans and stories.
Which is more fun.
Yeah. All right. We have reclined physicists.
I thought it was going to do the left bounce and not the right bounce. I was going for the left bounce angle. I'm much better than this normally. I don't know why only in this context.
An inauspicious start for this brave new world of reviewing whiskeys you can get your hand on. We start out strong with a Springbank and then whiff. Does it make sense to age a whiskey 25 years in the Texas climate?
No.
I mean, it would be funny. But
no, there'd be nothing left.
Yeah. All right, guys, here we go. Gather around. Open it up and this puff of dust comes out the top.
That's what you hear when you open it up.
No.
So here's the problem is that, like, age isn't even, right? We get this question a lot in tastings.
Yeah.
How come Scotland releases, 12-year-old and 15-year-old, and you guys release 4-year-old? And the answer is climate, mostly. It just doesn't work. Time and weather change how things age in the chemical structure that's happening.
Yeah. And then also from what I understand, in a lot of American whiskeys, we're typically doing,
Do I get points for hitting every step on the way down?
Typically doing narrower cuts. They're in Scotland, they're doing wider cuts. Because they know they have more time in the barrel to tease out any of the stuff that was probably going to be too funky in a younger version of that
We've
whiskey.
tried malts here in the US that try to do Scottish wide cuts and then release young 1-2-year-old whiskey, and it doesn't taste great.
So, but here's the thing, in terms of like a messaging angle, they do get the better end of that because 99% of people are like, cuts, what the hell are you talking about? I see an age, and that looks fancy and expensive. Here's my money. In the States, it's like, well, we have narrower cuts. I don't care. How old is it?
As a marketer, here's what happens. And so if you've studied whiskey history, in the early days, the first statements of old whiskey was like 1-2 years old. And it shows up in the 1800s, like mid to late 1800s, before the Civil War. Is your first advertisements for aged whiskey. But it's talking about 1-year-old or maybe 2-year-old whiskey. And then reference to age kind of went away for a long time until this one guy ended up with like 5 to 10-year-old whiskeys, and I won't go into why, but he single-handedly brought back the marketing campaign for age statement whiskeys.
Right.
And so, because you market what you have, right?
How old is your whiskey?
And that changed the whole industry and regridded the whole industry around age, right? In Scotland, whiskey was often, a couple of years old, if it was aged at all, and then they passed a law by Lloyd George, which required a minimum 3-year-old age statement on Scotch. And all of a sudden, everyone's talking about, well, our whiskey's at least 3. But that's the legal requirement. But now that people are running out of whiskey, a lot of the marketing has changed. No one's talking about age statements anymore, except consumers. The distilleries are all talking about, oh, you blend for quality. Who cares about age? So we're going to release all these no age statement whiskeys. And a lot of people are outraged by that. But I think, who gives a shit if it's good whiskey?
Yes, as long as it's good in the glass.
And honestly, this idea that we should care about age is a marketing product anyway.
Well, to be fair, I think in the initial rush of the NAS whiskeys, there were some distilleries that were taking that as an opportunity.
Like a cash grab.
Yeah. So, I mean, they really shot themselves in the foot, whereas some distillers took that as an opportunity to not, chase to the bottom. But taking it as an opportunity to, how can I pull literally anything out of my barrel house and put together something amazing?
Did I tell you Gordon Atkinson's tasting note for Ardbeg 5 Wee Beastie?
No.
He said he walked in and did one whiskey presentation in a group of ours one time, like a class, and was like, Gordon, present us something. And he goes over and grabs 5 Wee Beastie Ardbeg 5. And he's like, usually when whiskeys get this young in Scotland, they don't give you an age statement. They just goose it with a fancy name or something like that. But Ardbeg Wee Beastie put 5 right on the side of the bottle because it doesn't give a shit. And he said, I'm going to pour this whiskey for you. And here's what I want to know. I don't care whether you like it or not, because Ardbeg doesn't give a shit whether you like it or not. Like, and this was his statement, like is too weak of a word for whiskey. Like is for cheeseburgers and milkshakes. Ardbeg doesn't care if you like it. Ardbeg wants you to experience it. And he said, so I want you to take this whiskey, and I don't want you to tell me whether you like it. I want you to tell me what your experience is
That's
with
really
it.
good. That's
And the
really
whole room fell in love with Ardbeg 5 Wee Beastie immediately.
It's a 5-year-old. What are you doing? Here's the advice stealing a drink.
If you fight me, you fight for a friend.
If you steal, make it steal, you'll never start.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.